Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore and our Human Paladin. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we are here in Ashenvale to take on the Dordanil Barrow Den and the undead that lie within. I decided to continue with squeezing in every last non-elite green quest we possibly can, and so Ashenvale certainly fits that criteria. I think this is the only quest that we actually have here. Let's actually pull it up real quick so that we can get some further context. Yeah, we can reread this. We got it from Kenneth Stillwind, I believe, over at Forest Song. And we can read through it again so we can catch ourselves up to speed with what's going on within the den. When I struggled with the Forsaken's poisons, I had a vision. I had a vision of the druids in the Dordanil Barrow Den, poisoned, murdered by the undead. They are now errant ghosts, severed from their bodies and driven mad. So what the druids' spirits might someday find peace, you must enter the Dordanil Barrow Den and destroy its once great leaders. Tennille Darkwood, Uthal Mooncall, and Maverus Cloudsbreak. Do this and then return to me. And yeah, you guys know how I feel about these weapon rewards that you get from quests. It usually means that it's pretty tough, but I'm pretty sure we don't have to deal with any elites. It's just these night elven dens can be quite dangerous. But the quest is pretty green to us at this point, so we're going to give it a go. You'll also notice that I picked up a mace in between episodes. I believe this one is called the Warhammer. And after what we had experienced in the Arathi Highlands, I thought it would be beneficial at this point to test out the mace again and just see how much of a difference it makes with regards to our damage output. We're about 40 skill points away from catching back up to the sword and shield combo, but that shouldn't take too long to level, and doing so on what will hopefully be green enemies to us will help us out as well. I believe this weapon is quite slow at a 3.5 attack speed. So I think once we hit level 36 and go pick up our new abilities, I'm going to go ahead and try out Seal of the Crusader as well, and try to pair that up with this mace. Using the seal will probably cost us more mana, especially if we use it in conjunction with Seal of Righteousness, but who knows? It might actually prove to be worth it. So I'm excited to pick that up and finally give it a go. And let us enjoy the return of the two-handed paladin. I know we haven't been using talents, obviously, but it'll feel good to emulate the Retribution experience again. So we're approaching the crossroads with the road that leads south to the Barrens, and I believe the den is just south of Splinter Tree. So we'll go ahead and enter the woods here, and this will be a good point to enter as well, because we can take on some wildlife along the way in order to get some early weapon skill points into this mace before we actually reach the den and start with our quest. So let's head into the woods and get buffed up. We'll avoid Torek and his guards. And let's see what this thing can do. You may have also noticed that I added a couple of macros to our bar here down in the bottom right. This is so that we can actually switch our weapons, which we haven't had in the beginning. But I think it'll be good to quickly, switch between sword and shield and then the two-handed mace when we need it. Test it out in our bags too, and it's nice that they stay in this, this top bag here for us. So I don't have to worry about accidentally selling the sword and shield, because that would not be good. But yeah, especially if we need to run away from a situation, and just to quickly switch to sword and shield if we're facing a tougher enemy, it'll be nice to conveniently switch them. Try to use Seal of Light still as well for certain enemies, especially when we give the mace a go against enemies that are closer level to us. But it's obviously going to play out, worse than if we were to use a one-hander. It doesn't have any sort of modifier to like slower attack speeds, for example. Unlike the Seal of the Righteousness, which we should be doing more damage with this seal now that we're using a slower weapon. But we've made it to the Barrow Den. I'm just outside. Let us be very careful as we traverse the place. And we're going to find out what it's going to take to find these 3 druids that have succumbed to the poisons. We might have to do a bit of exploring. Interesting, so we've got some stealthed enemies in here as well. Ooh, this is already looking hairy. Let's switch to that sword and shield. Oh yeah, we've already pulled 3. I think we can keep this one on top of us. I think we've been inside the den for all of about 5 seconds and things are already getting very sketchy. Now that we know that there's stealth enemies, we're definitely going to have to move really, really slow. So far, we're not doing too bad on our hit chance at the moment. I was expecting it to be a little bit worse, actually, fighting against these guys, but it's actually not that bad. These poisons are definitely going to start to get annoying, though, if we have to constantly cleanse them. As long as we're using the two-handed mace, we're going to be bandaging quite a lot more, I would say, even with the use of Seal of Light. So luckily, we've got a ton of silk cloth on us right now. We'll probably be drinking a lot more too, especially when we start using Seal of the Crusader. Whenever we pick that up. So bag space typically has not been an issue for us so far, so I think I'll probably end up purchasing multiple stacks of water, since we should have the gold now too, to sustain that. Also really glad that these Severed Keepers are undead and gives us a chance to pull them from range with the Exorcism, which is definitely a big help. Yeah, we're gonna We're going to need the faster kill speed in order to traverse this place safely. It's only a matter of time before we start getting respawns towards the entrance. And our real exploration starts to begin now, I think. So I guess we'll start with these bridges here. We'll cross over. And I think we should be pretty safe to kind of hang around these platforms. We've got about 5 levels on a lot of these dreamers. So I don't think that they should pull from below at this level. Doesn't look like we have anything over here, but there is a weapon crate sitting behind this dreamer. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. I've seen food and water crates, of course, but that is very strange. I've also never seen enemies summoned quite like this. We've got the Warlock mount as a enemy in the overworld. And we got a gray bow. It's level 23, so I mean, even if it was like a mace or something, it would not be worth using, I don't think. So we've got Tennille Darkwood over here. And the good news is he's actually neutral to us, so which is really nice. So we can actually go ahead and take care of that infiltrator I see over there lurking in the corner, without having to worry about pulling Tennille. The other nice thing is that they are all considered undead, so we can actually utilize our exorcism to quickly dispose of them. This Shadowward Pain really hurts. I'm sure he doesn't heal. Yeah, wow, he did lots of damage to us. Alright, our first target has been slain. Let's go ahead and locate Mr. Mooncall and Cloud's Break. This other Ashenvale quest, I believe, yeah, it's a turn-in Darnassus, so depends on how much time this takes. Might be here for an additional episode, I think, in order to kind of grind out the whole place and get to where we need to be. Which corridor do we want to head down next? I guess we can go down this one, maybe. I'll drop down below. We'll see how this goes. Sky Patrol over to us. Yeah, the aggro range is definitely a big deal for us right now in this place. It feels like we're not being anywhere nearly as punished as we would be if we came here at level 30. Looks like this path to the right opens up an entire section similar to the first. What these severed keepers are casting on us, but whatever that green glowing thing is that they keep using on us, it is brutal. It takes a huge chunk out of our health. We'll check out the bridge first before we jump down and try some of the other ones. Over here, but we do have a solid chest we can loot. Nothing special. I guess we'll stay consistent. We'll go to the right side again. There we go, we found our second target. Uthul Mooncall, looks like he's a bear. Or she, I'm not sure. Interesting. Uthul Mooncall is still alive. Or maybe not, but it's interesting that he's considered a beast instead of undead. Yeah, well, in any case, he is gone. Yeah, so that just leaves Mavris Cloudsbreak. Wonder where we're gonna find him. We're at 162 mace skill now. I think we're at 180 as we leveled up to 35. But I think even our swords are only at 175 right now because we haven't gotten a chance to train those at this level yet. We're going down the last major path, I guess. The deepest part of the barrow. I would imagine this is where he's got to be. Or our last target. Let's be wary of infiltrators. Looks like we've got another gigantic room to explore. Take a quick break and level up our first aid. I think we're going to need some more. We'll keep making the regular silk bandages. They seem to be doing just fine. I think they heal for about 70% of our health, or close to it. So I think we'll be using those for a while. It'll just be a better use of our resources. Spend too much time on this. Gotta keep moving. Make sure we stick with the pace. Keep our eye out for patrols up top too. There's got to be at least one, I would think. So we'll go to the right here first. And it looks like I can see the patrol now. Heals in. Those have been fairly okay so far. I think things might start to heat up now that we're in this final room. I guess we'll check this back hallway first. There's a couple of dreamers over there. Gonna have a 2-on-1 in our hands. But I wonder where this path goes to the left. It looks like it leads up to somewhere else. Maybe that leads back towards the entrance, like where the left side was. I might go check that out once we're done, if this final guy ends up being down this way. I can't exactly tell. Oh yeah, he is. He's right over there. Alright. This room's got a sleeper and a dreamer. I think we want to target the dreamer first. We'll nuke him down quickly. Let's try to regenerate some of our mana first before we dive in. Really good that we killed him before he could summon his horse. Looks like we got another Dreamer Sleeper combo. Got 10 more seconds on Hammer of Justice. Then we can go in. Nothing left but Mavericks. Perfect. This is all complete. I'm not going to check over there for any chests or anything. Oops. Just let me tuck that off. So yeah, I think I'm going to head across the other bridge now and head up and see if my theory is correct. And if not, we'll have explored all the cave. In the absolute worst case scenario, we can always hearth out of here if we feel like we're in any significant danger. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. Looks like we did start to get some respawns behind us. So we're going to have to pick up the pace a little bit as we try to push forward. Oh, interesting. There's another weapon crate up there. I mean, from what we saw from the other weapon crate, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Because the weapon's just going to be like level 23 or something like that. I don't think it's going to be significant for us to want to go for it. I certainly prefer the dark stalkers over the infiltrators and assassins. I mean, I love the infiltrators when they don't poison me, which is good. But yeah, the assassins just deal lots of damage, and the infiltrators have that nasty poison. The dark stalkers just seem super easy to kill. Yeah, and I feel like this is exactly what I thought. It's just taking us back to the entrance. I guess I never noticed that about these dens. They have kind of a pattern to them, I guess. It's not like one side leads to a completely separate area. So, I mean, that's good to know in the future that most of these dens are going to be fairly connected throughout. hopefully, in theory, this should be the exit. It's almost home clear. To see the trees of Ashenvale again. Wonderful. We're going to drop down the hill here, and I think we'll try to head back to the main road. Right over by Splinter Tree. Should be pretty safe. And yeah, that was awesome. That went perfectly. We didn't have any hyper spawns. We had a good pace. And the mace skill, I think, is now pretty much completely caught up with the swords, so we are in a good spot here. And I think we're going to try to maintain both of them. So I'll have to remember that. But for now, let's stick with the mace. This has been really good so far. Forgot that we have Turn Undead as well. We could have used that to get us out of a pickle, potentially, if things went wrong. Alright, so we're back on the main path here. We're gonna hook a right once we are right outside of Splinter Tree. And we're gonna head back to Forest Song, which is gonna be up closer to the Emerald Dream portal and Saturnar. Let's get this turned in. can see the ruins in the distance. There's that deep purple hue as we enter the area. Our guy, Kenneth.
I am listening.
I felt the anguish of the Dordogne Barrows lessen, and knew you had completed your task. It was grim work you did, Sedalian, for the spirits you destroyed were merely victims of the Forsaken's evil. But with their destruction, let us hope the other maddened spirits find peace. Beautiful. Alright guys, that is going to do it for me for today. I'm not sure what we have for the next one. We could stay here in Kalendor. We have a quest for the High Perch Venom down in the Thousand Needles. We're getting close to that level where we can start picking up quests within the Shimmering Flats, I think, too. That might be a little bit more difficult, though. We might want to wait a little bit for that, so it's going to be tough to pick because I don't know where else we can find green quests. There's not too many zones, so I'm going to have to think it over. But until next time, as always, I appreciate you all so much for watching. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.